Welcome back to another Porsche car whisper video build. I'm gonna be doing another requested video. Shout out to you, Jaden, on the 718 Spyder. So let's go ahead and dive into the configurator. Okay, so here we are on the configurator for the Porsche USA website. This car has a little bit of a soft spot here in my heart. This was a car that I did a video on right when they came out back in kind of early 2020. It really kind of started my journey here on this channel. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check that video out, the link will be right up here above. A lot of changes has happened since that video. I just did a top operation and how to do your top on the 718 Spyder. So I love this car. Let's go ahead and dive into the configurator. So here we are. So the car starts at 97,300. Destination charge, of course, as talked about in my last couple configurator videos. So you'll see it's 98,650 here on this car. I usually skip the color to start the build, but today we're not going to do that. I think I'm going to do a pretty aggressive build today just for fun. And so we've got, of course, the white, black, guards red, and yellow. Those are all zero cost option colors. On most other cars, you're going to find white and black or the standard color. Then there's kind of a tier 2 color, usually about $800, and then there's usually a special color. Those are usually about $3,200. But on this car, you'll see it's a little bit less expensive. So we've got all the standard colors here, the metallics, and the color for the special paint. I'm actually going to do the Python green today, so I'm going to kind of live life on the edge a little bit here. So we've got the wheels. I'm gonna go down. This is the only wheel you can select for the Spyder. Absolutely fantastic wheel. I'm gonna select the wheel accessories. I tend to like the wheels in black on this car. I think it gives it a really aggressive look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the wheels painted in satin black. Yeah, so that looks great. So you can see the green on the black. It's a little bit more aggressive. It kind of ties in with these side vents here, kind of here on the back of the car. The tinted taillights kind of all ties in really well. So we're gonna go ahead and do the satin black wheels. If you guys don't plan on having the car in any type of snow or anything, I would recommend getting these high performance tires. They're zero cost option. I've talked about now we can kind of change the tires on some of these cars. In the past, we haven't been able to do anything with the tires. The tires just kind of came with what came on the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and do high performance summer tires. We don't get much rain here in Southern California. Plan on pretty much always keeping the top down. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the high performance summer tires. Let me go ahead and close the wheel accessory section here. I'm gonna change the interior. I'm not gonna do the standard interior with partial leather seats. I'm actually gonna do one of these tier kind of section 2 here. Yellow, I might do that if I was going with ceramic brakes. The red, I think might clash a little bit on the green. It almost looks like a Christmas car, so I don't think I'll do that. And then we've got this black with silver stitching, so I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the yellow. You'll see here it kind of changes all the stitching. I don't know why this is green right now. That's kind of weird on the inside. It's like a really, almost like an acid green. So I think I'm gonna do the yellow because I think I'm gonna put ceramics on this car. Let's go ahead and kind of keep cruising here. So that was a $2,160 option for that interior. Puts the nice yellow stitching here, puts the nice yellow stitching throughout the seats, as well as it says Spyder up here on the top of the seats. This car, I think, suits bucket seats really, really well, so I'm gonna do the bucket seat option. Again, these are the same seats that you're gonna find GT3 RS, GT3. They were derived first in the 918, so that's where these seats came from. I think they're a really aggressive look. If you plan on doing some longer road trips in the car, maybe would suggest going with these 18 ways. I like these race seats. I'm kind of a smaller guy, so I fit pretty well in them. Not gonna do any deviated seat centers and stitching. We're gonna kind of hold off on that today for the build. Go ahead and close the seat tab. Now there's no packages. You'll notice on all the other builds I do, we always have a package, premium package plus. Don't have any of that here on the 718 Spyder. So we're gonna just go right here to the exterior. Headlight cleaning system covers painted in exterior color. So that would be a small little nozzle here you'd find right below the headlight. That would be in the exterior color. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna skip that. I don't think I need that for Southern California. We've got door handles in high gloss black. Not gonna do that. Porsche logo in satin black looks pretty good. I feel like you lose a little bit of the Porsche logo, but I think with kind of the theme we're doing here, I think I'm gonna go with the satin black. It kind of matches that 718 Spyder as that comes standard in the satin black. 718 logo in high gloss black. Not gonna do that. Deletion of the 718, that would just take this off. I've done that in some of my past builds, but this one looks pretty cool in the black. Fuel cap and aluminum look finish. Let's do it. So that's pretty much it for the exterior. Gotta go with the 6-speed manual in this car. I think this is a perfect car for being a 6-speed manual. Just has you really connected to the road, and this short shifter in this car feels fantastic. So we're gonna keep it with the 6-speed. Here's the PCC brakes. It's a kind of a big number there, $8,000 to put these options on there, but less brake dust and they're gonna last a lot longer, especially if you don't plan on tracking this car, which most people probably won't track the Spyder variant, maybe the GT4, but they'll last you a very long time if you're pretty much doing a lot of street driving a lot of times. So go ahead with the ceramic brakes, and I'm gonna keep them yellow. So that'll match our stitching we did on the inside. It's a really nice mix between the brakes and the stitching there. So we got the bi-xenon headlights in black with PDLS. I think I'm gonna actually upgrade them to PDLS Plus headlights. You'll see how it's gonna change them here. Even more aggressive. So you'll see kind of everything it adds. LED headlights, dynamic quartering lights, so as you turn, there's a little light that comes on. The speed-dependent headlight range control, if it's really dark outside and there's cars that are approaching you, it'll have the high beams on, and that's kind of also, it goes hand in hand with this high beam assistant, and then the last one with that cleaning system. So I think that's perfect. Gonna roll with that here. Now, light design package. That is pretty much the same thing as ambient lighting that you'd find in the other cars. So I'm actually gonna add this to the build. It's only 350 bucks. It looks really classy at night. Then we got the power folding mirrors, always like that. I feel like that should be standard anymore, but we're gonna add that to the car. We got the interior, Spyder Classic interior package. That'll cancel everything I just did. That's gonna do black with red. Not gonna do that. I think that would clash big time with the car we're currently building. But you can always click the little eye. You'll see what it looks like. In that first video I did, back, I think it was March 2020 on that Spyder where I did the top operation, and that car had this interior. It looked great. The car was clear white metallic, and it just had a really nice classy look to it. But on the green, I don't think it's gonna look that well. So keep skipping that. Steering wheel, gear lever, and leather. It's cool, but I like the race text. Heated multifunction steering wheel. I don't think I need that, especially if I'm gonna be driving in a lot of sunnier climates, so we'll skip that. 2-zone automatic climate control, that's a must. Definitely need to do that. Heated seats, you can't do that with the bucket seats. That'll cancel out those seats. You'll have to either get the 2 or the 18-way seats, so we're not doing that. Smoking package, don't need that. Luggage net and passenger footwell, we've talked about that in past videos. Just adds a little net down here. I say add it. Fire extinguisher, I would probably add this if I was tracking the car and if I had some red accents on the car. So if I had those red standard brakes, probably would do the fire extinguisher because that kind of ties in well, but we're not doing that. Climate control panel painted, vehicle keys painted. No, I don't need to do that. Seatbelts, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put them in yellow. So let's go ahead and kind of find that here. Seatbelts in racing yellow. I think that looks really aggressive. Ties in with the door pulls here that are in the yellow, and it's like a nylon material on the Spyder. Not gonna do the instrument dials. I think that looks a little bit too aggressive, but I'll just show you what it looks like for now. You know what? I might do that actually. I don't think I'll do both if I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'll do the chrono. I think that's a little bit overkill, to be honest with you, but yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep the instrument dials in yellow, and we'll keep the chrono clock in black. You can do, of course, both, but just for this 718 Spyder build, we're just not gonna do that chrono clock. Let's go ahead and close the interior section. Interior leather. So we got the interior trim in leather. That's gonna change this section here in leather. Dashboard trim package in leather, don't need that. Sun visors, nah. Steering column casing, that goes kind of right behind the steering wheel, right where you have the stock, so you can make that full leather. Climate control panel, that would be leather. Sport seats plus, we didn't do those seats. Fuse panel, floor mats. We need to do any of that for today, to be honest with you. Interior race text, door trim and race text. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do any of that. I'm gonna skip kind of this section. I think I wanna do it in either aluminum or carbon fiber. To be honest with you, I think we're probably gonna do, this interior trim in black brushed aluminum. So that's gonna make all this crazy acid green. I don't know why it is. I don't know if there's something going on with the configurator at the moment. It should just come with a standard brushed aluminum, not black. But I'm gonna do that here, this one. So that's a zero cost option. You'll see how it'll change it. It'll also change the doors, but I think there's something going on with the configurator where it's not changing it. But again, above the glove compartment, as well as here in the center console here, and over on the doors. So I think that looks great. Pedals and footrest in aluminum, definite add for 540 bucks, makes it a lot more aggressive in there. You'll see it'll be down kind of in this section. So pedals and footrest in aluminum, boom. You'll see that it changes it, a lot more aggressive feel, I like that. Don't need to do any personalized door sills today. Audio communication, smartphone compartment, talked about that in my last video. That's more of a signal booster. It's not a wireless charger. So I think I don't need to do that. Voice control, yes, let's go ahead and do it. That's gonna be more of a Siri voice control, to be honest with you, if you're doing Apple CarPlay. We're also gonna have to get the navigation, including Porsche Connect, which I would be getting that anyway. That's kind of right down here in this section. Apple CarPlay is a must. And then I think the Bose surround sound system for $990 is a fantastic option as well. Just sounds a lot better than that standard sound system. The Burmeister, crazy sound system for all those audiophiles out there. And that gets kind of towards the end of my build. I've talked about some of these other delivery experiences in the past. We talked about the Porsche Experience Center in Atlanta and the one in LA, PECLA. Zuffenhausen and Leipzig, you'll see those back on the configurator now. Super cool. You get to go to the factory, do a factory tour, and pick up your car and drive it around Europe. So I'll do a video later about what is European delivery, how long can you stay, and if you guys have any questions on that, we can cover that in a future video. But I would highly recommend doing, if you guys have the time, especially since COVID's almost over. So we're kind of getting towards the end of it. But again, I don't know what happened with the configurator. This is not acid green. That should be the brushed black aluminum in there. But here she is. I think it looks super good. We got the Python green, the ceramic brakes, this yellow stitching on the inside, really aggressive. I love it. It's a little bit different than I usually don't build really loud cars, but today I decided to go for it for you, Jaden. So if you guys have any questions, that kind of wraps up today's video. Please leave them down in the comments below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.